Dear readers of the Astrodeha family, welcome to my page. Sky transitions for the 7th of July, -13. Especially on the 7th of July, Uranus begins its journey in the sign of Gemini. After causing sharp challenges in the lives of Taurians since 2018, Uranus will now set them free and bring profound changes, revolutionary events, and pioneering ideas in digital communication to the lives of air signs Gemini, especially Libra and Aquarius. These influences will spark leaps in collective consciousness and are filled with effects that will make us leave behind what is familiar. So let's be cautious. On the 8th of July, Mercury enters Leo. We can express our thoughts much more boldly and creatively, and if we've expressed ourselves sharply due to our pride or ego, we can heal these situations with loving steps that make up for them. And on the 10th of July, there will be a full moon. With this July, there will be developments regarding emotional balance and matters related to relationships. On the 11th of July, Mars's aspects will make us more mentally active. We need to be careful about being more impatient, scattered, and impulsive. On the 12th of July, especially the aspects the moon makes with other planets, may bring tensions and reveal many hidden things. Energies related to family ties, spiritual healing, and the beginning of healing for many traumatic energies lying deep in the psyche will also be present. Be careful. During these days, psychological disturbances, emotional pressures, and energies experienced by many people around us are prevalent. In this sense, we are in a week where we need to be ready to transform the difficulties we experience. May the best happen for the highest good of each of us. May the skies be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Mars, Aries. This week, the sky will reflect influences into your lives that bring about an inner awakening and a rebirth through creative visions. The conjunction of your ruling planet Mars with Neptune may especially steer you toward fields that require artistic and spiritual imagination, and you are in a week where energies will reshape your determination, allowing you to turn uncertainties into concrete goals and make the right decisions. In particular, Venus illuminating your social house in your natal chart can bring friendships, partnerships, collaborations, and new opportunities into your life. You may meet new people and achieve great success and gains in team projects. However, the combined influence of Venus and Mars may especially cause confusion between action and imagination. My advice to you is to make sure you take the most realistic steps possible. If you have any hesitations, the sky this week invites you not to focus on short-term fixes, but to strive to bring long-lasting things into your life. And especially on Tuesday, there are energies that will allow you to experience mental clarity and have important meetings and conversations. Pay attention to Thursday. The energy of Uranus is on stage. You may encounter surprising opportunities. You could experience a significant change of direction in your career. Your decisions will become clearer both in your personal life and career, and the influence of Uranus warns you not to ignore the risks while acting boldly. There are energies at play that will make you more transparent in relationships, allowing you to melt the ice between you and your spouse or partner. Single Aries individuals may find themselves in striking and lasting encounters within their social circles. My advice to you especially is not to make decisions about your investments this week without careful consideration. Throughout the week, combine your imagination with discipline. Act by trusting the brave heart within you to make things happen. If following others' guidance has harmed you in the past, now is the time to act with heightened awareness of this fact. Especially if you have chronic health problems, you should make time for yourself regarding your health and definitely pay attention to the signals your body is giving you. For the weekend, your intuition may become stronger. You might have guiding dreams. This is the time to trust yourself, your intuition, your experiences, and what you have lived through, In order to make the most of these energies, when many of the answers you seek will come to you through the universe and your dreams. When you make peace with yourself, it means you've broken the cycle of bad luck. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Venus, Taurus signs. This week you will reap the rewards of acting with patience and determination. Especially, the energy of the moon will empower you to achieve clear successes in matters related to communication skills. You will express your thoughts clearly and convincingly, resolving many of your long-standing problems. Make use of this energy especially to overcome persistent conflicts and to establish new dialogues. Having open and constructive conversations with others can also help mend significant rifts in your relationships. Just trust yourself and choose to act without suppressing your true self. Under the influence of Mercury, you are in a cycle of structuring financial details and budgets. Thorough analysis and careful planning will truly fortify your overall financial standing. Pay very particular attention to Wednesday. You may seize major opportunities. By balancing your practicality with innovative approaches, it is possible to achieve significant gains. And with the influence of Venus, your ruling planet, you are met with stable effects in your love life. You can have deeper and more sincere exchanges, strengthening the bond between you. If you are single, someone who speaks openly and boldly may impress you quite a lot. As you enter a week marked by a major surge in your creativity, listen to this energy that invites you to act without fear of innovation in your work life, educational activities, and every aspect of your life. At the same time, you should pay attention to the signals your body is giving you. Stress and intensity may lead you toward unhealthy habits. Maintaining balance and prioritizing rest will be beneficial for you. Especially until the weekend, you will experience influences that bring significant achievements, celebrations, reconciliations, and joy and harmony and unity. The bridges you have patiently built are safely carrying your dreams into reality. And under these energies, you should know and choose whom to leave behind and with whom to strengthen your relationships. And you should be able to put forth your best effort. Because this week, the energies of structuring, stability, and harmony have the power to take you to much better places. Trust yourself, love yourself, move forward not with doubts, but with the beauty that reality brings you, dear Taurus. And as your intuition increases, you may make important decisions and find yourself in strong new beginnings and structures. You should make the most of this cycle where your choices give your life a completely new direction with your highest awareness. In this period where you will rise in financial matters, your career, and your private life, trust yourself and especially thank yourself for the patience you've shown in situations where you've been hard on yourself or treated unfairly. You are valuable and you deserve much better. It's time to accept what the universe gives you with gratitude. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with lights. Children of Mercury, Geminis. On the 7th of July, the planet of revolutions, Uranus, begins its transit in your sign. Now, you are faced with an energy that will break all the routines for you. May all that Uranus brings be for your highest good and bring you the best. Especially this week, you will encounter energies that support smart investment and financial stability. You are entering a week where your talents will be appreciated both in your educational life and your professional life. Important meetings and conversations await you. With your openness to learning, you will find that your applications are accepted and new opportunities come your way. If you make the most of it, you can take important and lasting steps toward new beginnings in your career. With the energy of Mars, uncertainties regarding your professional life Real estate and relocation matters will start to become clearer throughout the week. Now, don't lose sight of the heightened awareness that you need to take on more responsibility to move yourself to where you want to be. And especially in emotional matters, energies will be at the forefront. Your sense of being right will be validated. Your spouse or partner will sincerely express their love for you, and their efforts for your relationship will move you emotionally. The stars advise you to avoid unnecessary stubbornness. You should pay particular attention to sensitivities related to your health, especially concerning your head and ears. When it comes to ear-related issues, don't try to be your own doctor. Be sure to seek treatment from a qualified specialist. Especially in the middle of the week, you may experience some doubts and anxieties regarding friendships. Before you bring this up, believe that everyone needs to lay their cards on the table and be a little patient about it, because you will see who is a friend and who is a foe. And especially throughout the week, be prepared for unexpected changes. Besides, since Uranus will be transiting your sign until 2036, stay fearless and go with the flow. If you don't want to be tested by your fears this week, pay extra attention to your words, your thoughts, and to whom, where, and what you talk about. Because what you say becomes your reality, and you may end up experiencing your fears as a test. Be careful. In particular, the sensitivity and calmness you show regarding family matters can protect you from many negative situations. My advice to you is to listen to your heart when it comes to family matters. Move forward with the awareness that giving both yourself and the people who love you a chance to speak is not a weakness, but rather the key and bridge to maintaining better relationships. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of the moon, Cancers. As the sun begins to move through your sign, you are greeted by energies of personal growth, emotional cleansing, and healing. As your empathetic nature grows stronger, wonderful opportunities arise for you to deepen your bonds with your loved ones. You will experience influences that make you feel special and valuable, and that strengthen the bonds between you and your loved ones. My advice to you, especially while Venus is supporting your creativity, is to allow the artist within you to be reflected in the outside world, no matter what work you do or what meal you prepare. In relationships, patience and having meaningful, deep conversations can strengthen your bonds. Through emotional sharing, you can increase intimacy and trust. In your career life, make sure that the steps you take are in harmony with your values. A momentary gain can lead to regrets later on, whereas things that align with the struggle you've put in for your values over a long time can bring you great benefits. Let your effort be to make your choices with wise approaches. And the sky says, let your rights be not with others, but with yourself. Especially in financial matters, there are influences that will make you act in an entrepreneurial way. However, if you have doubts or problems regarding your initiatives, make an effort to correctly interpret the messages of the universe and act not in haste, but by accurately reading what is happening. Especially in financial matters, if there are joint ventures involved, the sky advises you to make decisions and take approaches based on your own truths, without worrying about whether you will be accepted or rejected. My particular advice to you is that new opportunities may arise, both in your work and love life. Be careful to stay realistic when evaluating these, because spur of the moment adventures may lead to deep regrets for you later on. Throughout the week, especially in matters of collaborations, partnerships, real estate, and inheritance, strive to move forward with realistic approaches and the energies that higher awareness brings into your life. The more confidently you act and the more accurately you interpret the messages of the universe, know that the rewards and returns will be that much greater for you. Some setbacks may occur during long trips and journeys. Act wisely without panicking and do not let anything change your solution oriented nature. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of the Sun, Leos, a week full of shining influences awaits you. Especially both at work and in your personal life, the spotlight is on you. Thanks to Mercury, you can engage in important dialogues and establish new career opportunities, projects, and connections. Powerful energies are also coming your way, allowing you to heal unpleasant situations in your private life. Especially trust your heart, listen to his voice, and as the muses guide you this week in matters related to relationships in your professional life, you will experience influences that bring emotional depth, positive opportunities, and an increase in romance, making you feel much better. When it comes to important financial matters, the stars gently warn you to be particularly cautious of individuals who may try to hastily rush you into various investment plans. Acting on impulse, such as sending surety for someone or making purchases you hadn't planned, could lead to regrets later on. As for your health, the energies this week indicate healing in matters related to psychological issues, allowing you to remain more level headed and calm. The stars especially emphasize to Leos with children the importance of maintaining balance with them this week. Please avoid reacting harshly or making abrupt outbursts without understanding or listening first. When your motto is to make things easier rather than harder, you'll be able to move many matters to a better place. And especially towards the weekend, the stars advise you to maintain your balance by sticking to a healthy eating and drinking routine and engaging in hobbies that will relax you psychologically. A week full of positive developments awaits you, where you will shine with your leadership and resolve problems with your creativity and communication skills. Be ready and shine. And especially when it comes to your goals, the stars are warning you to be realistic. You have that potential. Don't be a prisoner of your fears. Act with the courage to achieve your desires, believing that you can overcome many things. It's time to believe in yourself as much as those who believe in you. Above all, you should make peace with yourself and focus on healing the burdens you carry in all areas of your life due to your anger, resentment, and wrong choices. If you want to, you can do it. Trust in what you want, be clear, and move forward. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Mercury, Virgos, this week is dominated by energies that will have you acting with heightened awareness, especially when it comes to work-related matters. If there's something you've been waiting for a long time, know that this week powerful energies will greet you and you'll be able to leave behind the inner conflicts you've been experiencing. However, the sky may force you to make some explanations. Especially in matters related to your work, make an effort to move forward by consulting with your employees or superiors instead of taking initiative on your own. The sky warns you against the unexpected disappointments and consequences that may come from taking initiative by yourself. It's time to put your analytical intelligence to use, especially in financial matters. Venus is sending you the message to focus on energies that will bring long-term benefits rather than making sudden decisions. My advice to you is that harmonious collaborations in your professional life can open new doors for broadening your horizons as well as for career and personal development. Share your vulnerabilities in your relationships. When you share this, you'll be able to strengthen emotional bonds. Don't hesitate to express yourself with love. As for your health, it's important to maintain a work-life balance. In particular, doing mindfulness exercises can bring you great benefits. However, the sky warns you that your allergic reactions may increase towards the weekend. Pay attention to what you eat and drink. Make an effort to show your strong willpower to transform the habits that harm you. You may receive news from friends you haven't seen in a long time, and what you learn from them may lead you to question your current friendships and relationships. As the truth comes to light, this should not scare you. On the contrary, you should be aware and accepting that it opens a new path for you to make the right choices. When you do this, it will be possible for you to leave many negativities behind. When it comes to family matters, the stars are signaling that you need to maintain your composure throughout the week. In particular, my advice to you is not to stray from the motto, "He who rises in anger sits down with a loss." The stars are telling you to stay alert and aware of anyone or anything that tries to manipulate you for their own benefit or causes you to accept the wrong things as if they were right. Stand up for your rights. And before it's too late, elevate the values that make you who you are to even better places. May the best and the greatest good be yours. Children of Venus, Libras, the sky, under the influence of your ruling planet Venus, brings energies that will make you as active as possible in your professional life, and you will be rewarded for your successful initiatives and communication skills that will open important doors for you. Creative projects may bring you unexpected successes and gains. And thanks to your diplomatic skills, you will be able to easily manage many challenging situations and receive both emotional and financial appreciation for restoring harmony in times of conflict and tension. Sometimes, for those who cannot see the difficult times, it is necessary to lift the veil. This week, you will do just that, and you will succeed in improving your reputation, your prestige, and your current material and spiritual conditions. However, the stars are definitely warning you not to dwell on negative thoughts. With Jupiter's warning, you should act cautiously and carefully in financial matters throughout the week. Don't rush into investment plans without getting information from reliable sources. While there are strong energies in your career field, empathy and understanding are extremely important in your relationships. Approaches that sabotage each other or attitudes that hold your spouse or partner responsible for what you have experienced. Especially for Libras who are married and have children, stay away from misunderstandings and unfair interpretations made just to prove yourself right by interpreting events from your own perspective. Because the sky warns you that you may experience crisis towards the weekend. And of course, in addition to this, my special advice to you is, if you have concerns about your health, the sky is telling you to pay attention to whether these worries are just unfounded anxieties. Your anxieties can weaken you psychologically, and you might end up making yourself sick. Trust yourself, love yourself, and always be aware of your own worth. But when it comes to relationships, act without losing sight of the higher awareness that the sky is giving you a very clear warning. And especially as the weekend approaches, the sky is warning you about losses, theft, and scams. Be very careful. Unexpected losses, thefts, and serious financial difficulties may test you with significant force. My advice to you is not to take any action without checking the interactive applications and social media accounts you use. A conversation that should remain confidential could be exposed. You may face challenges brought on by this in both your professional and personal life, so be very careful. May the skies be your guide and your path be filled with light. Scorpios, the children of Mars, may experience sudden events, unexpected changes, and significant effects in work and financial matters, with Uranus entering Gemini on the 7th of July 2025. Especially during the initial reflections of this long transit, avoid making any sharp or radical moves under the influence of sudden events. especially in financial matters, with the influence of Pluto as well. Do not deceive yourself by accepting issues that have not yet become clear as if they are true just based on what is being said, thinking you will profit from them. Particularly regarding work-related matters, you should not act on decisions made in the first 2 days of the week without reviewing them. Give importance to confidentiality when it comes to new beginnings. The sky is warning you this week against data and information theft. Please be controlled and cautious. Especially in matters related to your professional life, there are energies present that will allow you to seize strong opportunities and showcase your abilities in a very accurate way. In your relationships, trust and open communication are the key elements. While Venus supports you in strengthening your bonds, be careful not to say whatever comes to your mind during tense moments and make an effort to stay calm to ease the atmosphere. When it comes to your health, the sky is warning you this week that you may experience increased sensitivity in your neck and lower back areas. You should pay attention to your health and avoid pushing yourself or taking risks regarding any discomfort you may have. In your private life, especially if you have children, tensions related to their personal lives and education may tire you out. You should treat yourself fairly and honestly and show your love in your approach by listening to them with understanding. Stubbornness or making comparisons with yourself can trigger unexpected tensions and arguments. This can lead to unwanted and upsetting incidents within the family. Those who stay calm will win, dear Scorpio. Even when you are right, sometimes it is necessary to wait. The person in front of you, even if it's your child, may not be able to understand some things without experiencing them firsthand. The stars advise you not to be overly protective or take a dominant approach in order to protect them. You may reunite with friends and loved ones you haven't seen in a long time and end the week on a loving note with peaceful, enjoyable conversations that lift each other's spirits. However, since matters concerning family elders or the family's real estate may come up on your agenda this week, my advice to you is to stand up for your right. Act together with experts whose opinions you trust. Don't let anyone manipulate you or deprive you of your rights. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Jupiter, Sagittarians, the sky is warning you this week not to share every detail about your work with everyone, especially in areas where you might experience communication mishaps. Misunderstandings and tensions could cause you to lose control over many things. The sky is telling you, have confidence in yourself, value yourself, and don't react without understanding or listening first. In addition, if you have any issues related to your lower abdomen, healing energies are coming your way regarding your health. My advice to you is to engage in prayer, meditation, and activities that will strengthen your mental energy throughout the week. Additionally, this week, with Uranus entering Gemini, the sky is inviting you to stay alert and not let your guard down when it comes to agreements and contracts. Otherwise, overlooked details may lead to tensions and regrets in the coming days, which could wear you out. If you have partnerships or are involved in a joint project, make sure that everything is discussed honestly. Don't leave any questions lingering in your mind. During this period, as you move away from worries about your health, you should do your very best to achieve a healthier mind and body, because every small step you take can significantly improve your quality of life. In your private life, something your spouse or partner has been doing behind your back may come to light, and this major confrontation could lead you to make important decisions about the future of your relationship. Whatever happens, may it be for your highest good. When it comes to financial matters, the stars are warning you to be cautious. Acting without caution, especially if you get involved in investment plans, just because you don't want to disappoint your friends or family members, could put you in a difficult financial situation in the coming days. Single Sagittarians or those not in a relationship may experience both surprise and joy if an ex-spouse or former lover comes back into your life. If you want to give both yourself and them another chance, please carefully consider whether you still trust each other and whether you still love each other. If you don't want to deal with the regrets of the decisions you make afterwards. And another important point is that due to the energies of Mars and Neptune, there may be misunderstandings and problems in your relationships with neighbors. You might misinterpret something said with good intentions, and you could find yourself facing tension with a neighbor who values you. Be careful. May the skies be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Saturn, Capricorns, this week is a week of confrontations for you. Be prepared for confrontations in your work life, personal life, and friendships. These confrontations will be effective in helping you bring a better version of yourself onto the stage of life. When it comes to matters related to your job, especially those that require attention to detail, the sky is urging you to keep your eyes wide open. You should steer clear of events and situations that try to distract you, and be aware that even the smallest mistake you make professionally could have serious consequences and costs. My advice to you is to move forward believing in the benefits of acting with fairness, especially when it comes to matters concerning yourself. Even though there may be tempting offers, staying true to your principles can take you to completely different places. If you are looking for a job this week or considering a job change, the stars are sending you the message to take action and move forward. In addition, any tensions you've been experiencing regarding family matters will give way to peace starting from the first day of the week. You are faced with opportunities to build and strengthen relationships that will motivate you better. And in your private life, there are influences that can help you achieve harmony with your spouse or partner. Ask yourself this: where do I stand in this relationship? At what point in my life is this relationship? Am I able to receive the love I give, and can I reciprocate the love I receive in the same way? Ask yourself these questions, and after clarifying your decision about the relationship, take your steps accordingly. When it comes to financial matters, the stars are warning you throughout the week to stay away from all kinds of risky investments and expenditures. Otherwise, as the weekend approaches, you may experience a serious financial crisis and have difficulty managing it. The stars also indicate that there may be cancellations regarding your travel plans. Don't push the limits, just go with the flow. Especially when it comes to friendships and relationships, remember that you can strengthen the bonds you miss simply by making a phone call or paying a visit while you're in good health and sound mind. Don't lose sight of this fact. While the stars especially emphasize that meeting with friends will do you good, stay in the flow and be accepting of this energy. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Uranus, Aquarians, the sky is warning you to watch out for opportunistic friends this week. These could be your colleagues or friends in your personal life. Don't fall for the games of people who make you feel important only when it benefits them, but disappear when you need them. Otherwise, you might make wrong decisions in your professional life or experience situations in your personal life where you face reactions from your spouse or partner. Be careful. And as Uranus, the planet of revolutions, begins its journey through Gemini on the 7th of July, you should be open to the benefits of using digital platforms effectively in your career and education, as a new cycle in your life will be shaped by sudden developments. You should stay true to your principles, not hold back from growing, learning, and applying new knowledge to your professional life. And especially this week, the stars advise you to pay attention to sensitivities related to your head and chest when it comes to your health. Stable energies await you regarding travels and matters related to moving. And throughout the week, instead of bottling up the discomfort you feel about family members and making yourself sick, you should express your stance against injustices in a polite manner. When you do this, you will feel lighter and freer. Especially regarding financial matters this week, be careful with your payments. Document everything and make sure to record what you give and receive. Because the sky indicates that you may encounter problems related to payments you make by hand, and being a bit cautious against the possibility of issues with your electronic devices at home will protect you from many negative situations and expenses. In your private life, you should enjoy the effects of taking your relationship with your spouse or partner to better places, where making time for each other and offering support will be reciprocated. You should also seek advice from people you trust regarding relationship matters. May the best and most beneficial outcome be yours. The mystical children of Neptune, Pisces, the sky is warning you this week to make careful decisions regarding financial matters and work-related issues. The decisions you make may not yield the results you expect. You might find yourself facing disappointments, regrets, and paths of no return. So be very careful. Remember that you shouldn't act without thinking about what this person or that person might say. What do I want? What do the current circumstances bring to me? The sky is inviting you to reflect on which cycles of your life you have reaped the rewards of acting with patience. And especially when it comes to your health, there are energies indicating a high tendency towards stomach, intestinal, and hormonal issues. Please act with caution and control. In financial matters, you may achieve significant gains through mediation, and you might finally be able to sell a property you've been trying to offload for a long time, resulting in a profitable return. However, when it comes to new investment plans, the stars are advising you this week to act patiently, do your research, and try to benefit from the energies of the following week. As for family matters, throughout the week you may experience tensions, especially with your mother and maternal relatives, and you might be accused of things you haven't done. Don't be upset. This is only a temporary situation. Handle the process calmly, and your innocence will come to light. Of course, make sure not to let yourself be oppressed by adopting a victim mentality. In your private life, there are energies that may allow you to reconcile with a spouse or partner you are estranged from, and with the high motivation that comes from feeling love, you can take your relationship to a better place. If you are a single Pisces with no current relationship, a message, a phone call, or an encounter from a spouse or lover you've been separated from for a long time could bring a love-filled new beginning into your life. May it be for your highest and greatest good. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light.